Hi friends, happy Pride. Welcome to Manga. I am Sheena, she's a geek, and this is my third week of my Pride Manga readathon. I hope everybody had a great week. I know my week has been very stressful, hence you're going to see I've been attacking my hand very badly. Like I have a very bad habit of like chewing on myself when I get stressed, so mind that. But between all the craziness, I did pick up some stuff and I did read. So let's get into what I picked up. I only picked up 2 things this week, and the first one is I Want to Be a Wall. Now this one came to me in a funny way. So you know how like you'll put stuff in your cart and then sometimes you'll forget that it's in the cart when you go buy something. So I put it in my cart to remind myself because I end up watching Bazaar's their video, and I was like, oh my god, that sounds so cute, and they loved it so much. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it, but yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit, because I have so much other stuff to read. But I ended up ordering some stuff, and then that showed up in my order. I was like, how the hell did you get in here? I was like, look at my fucking past self looking out for my future. So we wanted it. So this one, very cute. Alright, it looks very cute. So, alright, it was meant to be. Then I got Punch Drunk Love, number 5. I love these idiots so much. Such a pretty cover. I think we get one more, maybe even 2. Not too sure. I think I've read this one too. So, I read a lot of it online. I think I read like 85% of it online already, so just picking them up because I love them. Alright, like I said, I'm so proud of myself. I mean, I did buy other things, but things that don't, go with this theme. So, but maybe I'll do another video for that. But let's keep moving on. So this week was all about my manga. Alright. I had a few that I needed to work on. So I think I did pretty good. I think I got through 7. So the first one I did was the Low Tide in Twilight, number 1 and number 2. Absolutely love this series. I know I'm a sucker for the series. I usually don't like Omega verses at all. Okay, so but I'm really intrigued by this one. So you meet this dude right here, and he's an Omega, and his life is shit, just like 90% of Omega's lives in these books. So somebody in his family owed money to the loan sharks and shit like that to the mom, and basically ran out on the loan and everything. So it left him, so they came to him for the money, and he doesn't have anything. He has nothing to do with anything that's going on with this bullshit. So he does not know what to do. He doesn't have the money. He doesn't want to be hoard out for the money. He doesn't want to do any of that stuff. And he decides that he's going to take him and his little brother. Let's see if I can find it without showing off too much. So he takes him and his little brother, and he thinks about, unaliving both of them, because his brother, they don't know what he is, but he would be left to, behind, and he would probably have to take on the debt too. So he's like, I'm just going to take him and, end it all. But he is stopped by this crazy ass alpha, and he is in the mob, and he, he's the one who the money is owed to. So he's like, whoever, I'm getting my money from whoever, okay? So you can pay off the debt and all this stuff, and, you work for me, whether you work somewhere else or you whore yourself out and everything like that. So he's like, no, I'm going to get a job, a real job, and I'm going to pay you back, and I want nothing to fucking do with you. And you're kind, like this bullshit. Like I got tangled up in all this madness. So he ends up trying to get a job and trying to like pay this off. But he just keeps getting in deeper and deeper. What I love about him is that he doesn't take any shit. He may be in a fucked up situation, but he's not letting nobody like punk him. He will put hands on you in a hot ass minute. And I love that. I love it because usually like the bottoms are, you know, hella timid and everything like that. Not this one. He's like, fuck that. Let me see, hold on, yep, let's see. He don't care. So, like this one, this is how many, let's see. Yeah, like I said, he be getting his ass in trouble, but like that, he don't let nobody step all over him. So, and then as time goes, you know, he's so crazy. He is so fucking funny to be in the line of business that he is in. He is goofy as fuck, and he gets so goofy around this Omega. Like, he can't help but to love him. He loves how feisty he is. He loves it that he fights back, and like it's just like, it just does something for him, you know. And the more that they push and pull, you know, they start to develop feelings for each other. And most of, you know, half of it is because they are an Alpha and an Omega, but the chemistry between them is real. You can feel it, you can see it. Like, ugh, I love it how they're just like slowly falling for each other. So, you know, there's some consensual, non-consensual shit. There's a lot of stuff that happens in here, but for the most part, I'm loving the story, and I can't wait for more. So, yeah, definitely we'll be picking up the rest. And just like everything else that I love, takes forever to fucking come out. I think the next one doesn't come out until like September or something. What the fuck? Then I read Roses and Champagne. This is another like mafia based thing. So you have this dude right here. He is a lawyer. I think his like name is like Lee or something like that. He is a lawyer, and he does like pro bono stuff, and his client right now is like in the middle of like this bullshit with the senator, and the senator has his fucking hands in with the mafia, you know, they're in his pockets and everything like that. Well, he doesn't care. He does not give a shit. He's like, I'm all about right, and fuck fuck these politicians and everybody that's just fucking crooked, you know. So he's took on this pro bono and trying to figure it out. Well, he gets in deeper and deeper with the situation, right? So he ends up running. I'll show you. So you can see him actually trying to run, and then he runs into Caesar. Caesar's like, hello. He's like, hello, nurse. He just loves him. And he's like, man, fuck you. He's like, I ain't got time for your shit. I'm not into this. And he was like, and I know that you ain't shit. You ain't shit. I love him. So, but they end up dealing with each other because of the case. So he wants to be closer to him. Caesar wants to be closer to Lee. And he's like, fuck it, I'll help him in any little way that I can just to get closer to him. And he does. And, you know, this is another push and pull. This is actually a very slow burn. You would think that like halfway into the thing they would already like slept with each other. No, like they take their time with this story. So, and I absolutely love that part. And they actually make them like spend time with each other, actually get to see the other side. You know, he can see the other side of Caesar. And Caesar's like kind of playing games at times, but at the same time, like he has nothing but fucking hard eyes for Lee. Okay, so there's a lot going on, and I'm loving it so far. The story's a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be. You know, I thought it was just going to be like very surfacey shit, but no, it's really good, and I'm happy because I never read the first one, and then I bought the second one. And they just been sitting there. I'm like, ugh, Sheena, we need to read these before we bother like fucking buying some more. But I'm happy that I absolutely love them, and I love these covers. How beautiful they are. So, and the art, I love the art. And this is another one. This is another bottom that don't be taking nobody's shit, okay? And he's standing up for himself. He be talking shit back to him, like, but at the same time, he can't help but to be like into him too, like. And he's like, what the fuck? Why do I keep falling for his bullshit? And like Caesar just fucking just eats it up, dude. And there's some really funny parts, like there's this part right here where he's over at his house and he's hungry, and he has, you know, Caesar has like nice things in life. He has great food, so he's over here just fucking up all his expensive meat and shit, and trying to make him a sandwich, and then he totally fucks it up. Caesar's just sitting there, just fucking just too tickled. But yeah, just little things like that. It's really cute. Alright, the next, another series that I'm really liking, and that is It's Just a Dream, right? I don't see anybody talking about this series. Anybody else reading this? Anybody else like this? I definitely want to hear. This one, okay, let me see. I'm horrible about explaining shit. Alright. So, oh no, Sheena, that's kind of inappropriate. Okay. These two, okay, don't look at this side. So this dude right here, he is a shaman. He can go into people's dreams, and he can take, like, there will be spirits and stuff in there, having, you know, people will be having nightmares or recurring nightmares and stuff, and it's actually like spirits that are in there doing negative stuff, so he can go into their dreams and take care of that. Well, he needs an assistant, and you have to read it to understand why. And he hires this dude right here, and he goes on the missions, you know, the jobs with him, and he's slowly like falling for him. He's just like so in love with him. And it is very cute. It's very cute, very innocent. Like, he is very standoffish. So it's like black cat and golden retriever type thing. They're just ridiculously cute. There's times when I am just like laughing out loud at some of the stuff that goes on between them. This has supernatural things going on. This is a slow burn too. This is very, because, you know, he's been burned before. Cutie patootie right here. So he's very standoffish, but, you know, he feels very big and more, and he's just like, please love me all the time. And he's just trying to keep it, you know, casual, because of the fact that even though there's intimate moments between the two of them, he's still trying to keep it, you know, business-like. But the lines are getting very much blurred, so I'm absolutely loving this. I know this third one comes out very soon, so yeah, I definitely want to hear from you if you are reading this series. Like I said, the art is really cute, and I like the pacing of the story. Like, yes, all around good. And the way that this one ended, I was like, fuck, I need the third one right now, please. So, yeah. And it's funny, I've been having a better week as far as reading. I feel like some of my manga have been like hella mid. And I was like, yeah, you know. And I was like, man, these mangas are hitting, and the stories are great, the art is great. Like, I'm just having a great time. And then the clouds open up, and God said, yeah, fuck you, Sheena. Let me remind you that, yeah, you ain't shit. So then this one came along. Okay, so having a great time. Then I read this one, and I was like, what the oh no. So very disappointed in this one. Some of it was, I feel like the translation was a big part of it. I went online to kind of see what other people were saying, and they were saying the same thing. 7 Seas, shame on you, okay, because even the back of it, some people had caught that there was a lot of typos, and there was a lot of misprints, like, and they got a couple of the names wrong on the very back, and they actually kind of gave away, like, a spoiler, kind of. I was like, oh, hell no. So, yeah. So I read it, number 1. Oh, I got these in different orders. So I read number 1 a while ago, and I was like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You know how, like, you read something, and maybe you just weren't feeling it at that time. So I pre-ordered the second one. I was like, maybe it's just me, you know, and I'm going to give the second one a try. No, it's this book. It's definitely this fucking book. So you have this dude right here, and he is in line to become the CEO of this big ass company. Money, you know, well, you know, status, all this shit. Excuse me. He's kind of like the black sheep of the family, for good reasons. I feel like I'm not too sure what his real backstory is, but he's very cold, very distant. I mean, you can kind of see why, because nobody in his family like really fucks with him. But he's a black sheep, but he's like basically the only one that could do this job, and they just don't like his lifestyle because he, you know, sleeps with men, and they feel like that's bad publicity and all that shit. So they want him to stop, but he doesn't, of course. So he actually meets this dude right here, and they have a one-night stand. It's like the best moments of his life, you know. So he ends up, so he needs to be good. He needs to stay under the radar, out of trouble. Nobody knows what his life is like, you know. So he actually finds this dude, and he tells him, look, you probably need the money, which he does. He was just like, I give you this proposition. You come, you live in my penthouse for a year. You can't leave. And you basically be everything that I need, you know, sexually, emotionally, everything. And, you know, when the year's up, we can go our separate ways. You can take your money, start your life over again, you know. And he's for it, you know, because that night, he fell for him hard. And his problem is that he falls hard for people, like instantly, instant love and stuff like that. I don't feel like that's a problem, but like, yeah, it is a problem because this man is a piece of shit. This man is not the nicest man at all. And even though he, you know, he signs up for this shit, he didn't sign up to be like abused and like this man to put his hands on him and shit like that. That's what I did not like. Just because he said something he didn't like, and it wasn't even something that fucking serious, he would slap the shit out of him. And I was just like, no, this guy can kick rocks and shit. And I did not feel the chemistry between these two in no way, shape, or form. Anytime that they were intimate, anytime that they really had a conversation, it was him chasing after him in the worst ways. And like, he's kind of falling for him, but like, it's like golden retriever, puppy dog. I don't care if you beat me, I'm still going back to my master type shit, you know. And I did not like that. I could not get behind the yuck of all that, like. And then the translation was poor. Like, I'm thinking, damn, this book needed all the help it can get. And yeah, no. And it sucks because like the art in it, it's not bad at all. Beautiful. I just can't. Oh, not me opening it to what it says. But yeah, I mean, let me see. That's when he makes the deal for him. But yeah, it sucks. I just like I'll be like reading it and then I have to read it over again. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking? What happened? Like, it's so disjointed at times. Like, I was so like taken out of the story because I had to keep going back and reading. And I'm like, did I miss something? Like, ugh, it was just no bueno, no bueno. So I would not recommend this. If you love this, I love that for you. I promise you. But like, if you were thinking about getting this, I wouldn't at all, especially because, you know, they're like $25 a piece and that's not okay. So I will be finding new homes for these too. But I mean, overall, I had a solid week. I cannot say that I did not have a good week, but yeah, besides these two, I found series that I love, caught up on them, will be, you know, keeping up on them. And yeah, so I think that is it. All right, to the bingo board. Here we go. Let me see. Situated better here. All right. So let's see what we can mark off right now. Purple cover. I think this would qualify. I don't know. What would you guys say? That's purple right here on this side. What do you guys say? Sorry, let me know what you think, okay? So I'll just leave that space uncovered. Friends to lovers? Nope, not yet. Underwear? Definitely. Saw some underwears in this one. Yes, definitely. Omega? Low Tide and Twilight. Friends Wreck? Not yet. Yellow cover? Man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that one. So, no. Coming out? Nope. That's okay. I have to mark off a couple of them. So that one may be even marked off. We'll see. But yeah, I'm moving right along. Got a few more. Maybe like my last week, I'll definitely try to hit those ones. But this one, I doubt it because I only have one yellow cover and I've already read it and I don't want to read it over again right now. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate everything. Shout outs to the hosts for, you know, hosting this great event. We're coming down to the nitty gritty. I think I'm doing okay so far. So I don't know exactly how many I have read, but I think I can get a few more in before this wraps up. But yeah, having a great time. You know, some hits, some misses, but that's all good. It's all good. I'm getting some of the shit read, you know, seeing what I like, seeing what I don't like, loving it, you know. But yeah, getting this TBR done, you know. Yeah. So, alright. I hope you guys have a good rest of the week, and definitely let me know what you're loving. I would love to hear. I know, like, I fucking suck at posting on Instagram, I promise you. Like, I'm on there all the fucking time, but I suck at fucking posting. I see you. Please don't. If you tag me, yes, I got you. I'd love to see it. So, yeah. I'll see you next time. Happy Pride. Take care of yourself for me, and much love.